Hi, Poopsies. Thank you very much for watching and listening. This video is gonna be a pick a sign reading. So if this is your sun sign, you pick that card pile. If it's also your rising sign or your moon sign, you can also pick it if it's drawing you intuitively, okay? So before this begins, you can just subscribe and tap the bell and hit all notifications and check my website, Bomboni.com. If you'd like to book your own reading from me, I offer tarot readings. I have so many other services on my website as well. It's all on TonyBomboni.com. You can use those coupon codes at your benefit. My prices are still extremely low, actually quite cheap, even with inflation. So I've never raised my prices. So on top of that, you get coupon codes. So what are you waiting for? Who knows? I might one day. So book while you can. Book while it's cheap, right? Okay, so let's begin. This is going to be your water sign. Pick a pile. Okay. I picked Aquamarine crystal because I picked the crystals that are linked to the sign. So Aquamarine, obviously, for water sign. Smokey Quartz for earth sign. So this is your earth sign pile. Azurite for air sign. Azurite for air. I love azurite, as you know. And Carnelian for fire sign. Carnelian for fire sign. So pick a pile. Water, aquamarine. Earth, smoky quartz. Air, azurite. Fire, carnelian. I'll give you a moment to choose what's drawing you in intuitively. What stone draws you in. And let's begin. It's just going to be a quick reading for each sign. Whatever comes up, comes up. What you need to know. Any advice about love or money or whatever. Whatever you need to know. Doesn't matter, okay? What's the message for you today? So, what I'm seeing for you, dear, precious, sensitive water signs, is that you've letting go. You've letting go of what you've been holding on to, what you're attaching. So what you're clinging on to. So you're detaching from the things that no longer serving you. You're saying, okay, I'm done with you. I'm putting you aside. I'm putting you away. Whether it's a person, a thing you want to let go, like an addiction, like a nicotine or something, a tobacco. Doesn't matter. What the message matters is you're letting go. You're finally moving on into your freedom. You're moving on into the light, love, frequency. That's not clinging and desperately holding on to the things that don't serve you anymore, okay? You are finally saying, I give up. I give in, I quit, I throw in the towel. This is it for me today. I'm done. I'm not going to put up with this stuff anymore. I'm taking a stand now, and I'm claiming my victory. I'm saying, this is me. This is who I am. I'm empowering myself to say that. And when you do that, something in the magical, spiritual realm happens, and you just ultimately give in. You say, I'm done. I'm done. When you say, I'm done with that thing, you can be free. And you're a naturally free sign, water sign, so you're flowing. All right, maybe you want to work with Aquamarine, okay? You're naturally free-flowing sign. So naturally, you are used to movement. You're wanting to be in movement. You're wanting to operate in movement. Okay, so you're not used to stagnancy. You're not used to being stuck, staying still and stagnant. That's not who you are. You flow. Water always moves and flows. Okay? Here, this message is telling me to tell you that although life will bring about more pains, more issues, more drama. Maybe you tend to have a habit of drawing in drama in your life because water is healing. People want to nurture their emotions with you. So sun or rising doesn't matter. Even moon can have their traits, right? I know my water is rising. Laugh out loud. My rising is water. So I get it. I totally get it. Like, yes, I'm so drawn to water. Like, I spend a lot of time in water, literally, physically. Yeah, like, it's just kind of who I am. I've always had water sign friends for the most part. Like, they just draw to me like a flock of sheep or something, right? Like, you just draw what you are, right? Naturally. So, but this is weighing you down at the same time, right? It's funny because there's the water right there, right? It's so close, but you didn't make it. You didn't even realize what you have. You already have within you that healing nature, okay? And so I want you to realize that. I want you to tap into your own inner healing abilities because you not only can help heal the world, and yes, a lot of my water sign friends have actually helped heal me through a lot of stuff I was going through. I'm a hot mess. But, well, we can only heal ourselves, really, at the end of the day, but they can at least assist in the healing process, right? But what I'm trying to say is you've done that so long for so many people that, yeah, you definitely forgot about yourself, all right? So maybe this is what is you're letting go and detaching of those kind of people that don't give you the opportunity to breathe. They don't give you the chance to just be by yourself and just nurture your own energies. You don't want to be around those kind of people. Always taking advantage of your good kind of nature, using you for money or just advice all the time. And that's all taking of your energy. Everything's energy. Money's energy. Advice is energy. You have to give that energy to someone, right? At the end of the day, it just comes down to that. That's that breaking point you reach and you're like, nope, no more. This is where I say no more. Enough is enough. You're giving up. You're throwing in the towel and you're saying, I'm done. I'm going to channel my energy wisely elsewhere, okay? To someone who actually needs my healing, not you repetitively asking me over and over again for things that I have no energy to give for anymore, okay? Cups shows up for a reason. It's water as well. Cups is the sign of water, okay? But swords is air. Pentacle is earth. So it's funny I'm seeing like the balance of the forces, right? Heck, if I picked a fourth card, I wouldn't be surprised if fire showed up. I mean, what I'm trying to say, which is wands. What I'm trying to say though is that you're doing your best to balance, but you gotta be who you are. You cannot just be everything. You cannot appease and please everyone. Like, it's just not possible, okay? If you're with the fire sign, the water tends to extinguish the fire. So what that means is that doesn't work, right? You're going to burn out the fire sign. So you have to find your own flock. It's okay you can't get along with everyone. It's okay if you hate people. It's okay if you are so sick and tired. You don't actually hate people. It's just you're so tired, my friend. You're so tired and agitated of helping that. Again, you forgot who you are. So remember that, all right? Remember that this is maybe now not the time to make that new best friend. Maybe this is not the time to reach out and connect with more people, especially if you're an extrovert and you're tempted to do that. And, extroverts tend to, like, really absorb energy from others. Which water signs can be, but they are... It's a very complicated process. Like, water signs almost don't even know what they are, okay? They can be introvert one day, extrovert. So I would say a mix of both. Because, when water is still, it has that tension, right? Like, if you fall into a tense water, it hurts. Yeah, so you don't want to talk to a tense water sign because it'll hurt. They're going to dig at you emotionally. So make sure that... that when they're at their still moment, when you're at your stillness, like that water tension moment, no one to disturb your peace, right? Until it's your time to flow as a river again, okay? Or a waterfall, or wherever you go in life, right? Obviously, I'm speaking visually here to get you interpreted in your mind, the message, what resonates with you. So stay away from those who are just disturbing your peace, but also not promoting your health by not understanding that you need your time, because it can actually be a huge stressor. It can actually agitate the crap out of you. I do want to do one more outcome card just to get the overall message through. What did I tell you? What did I just tell you? Do I lie? Do I lie? What is this? A wand. Fire sign. Didn't I tell you fourth card? Balance. You need your balance. May you be blessed with balance, because I feel like some of you need it desperately. Like urgently. I think the person that you need to let go of is a fire sign. They're really not respecting your time. They're asking you to go to the mall all the time. They're not appreciating your time. Okay, it can be a billion things they ask you to do. You have to say no. You have to learn to step in and say, no, I will not put up with this anymore. I'm not gonna appease to what you want. I feel your frustration through the screen. I feel it. Tension. The tension and the silence of the tension is deadly. That's how I feel. So please do not channel this anger toward this person and shout at them and whatever, want to go in the ring with them in a boxing match. Just relax, calm down, enjoy the peace and quiet and the serenity. You don't need this person, all right? This is applicable to anyone in your future as well that takes advantage of you. So keep that in mind, dear, loving water sign. Preserve your energy. Maybe work with Aquamarine and you'll be well on your way. And if it's, like I said, a rising dominant sign or whatever, or an underlying influence like a moon sign, please keep in mind that these energies can come and go. So since it's not your sun dominant, it's going to come and go, right? It's going to come and go in life in waves. So you have to know yourself to know that this is a moment in time where you're going through a certain particular phase or stage, right? We just got over a Mercury retrograde, a blood moon, and something else. I don't even know. See, I even forgot because we've been going through so much in general. Don't be hard on yourself over a water sign. You're feeling the emotions. You're going through the emotions. So move with those emotions and you'll be well on your way to healing. But now's not the time to heal with people. All right. That was card number 1. Thank you, water sign. Now we're going to move on to card 2, the earth sign, Smokey Quartz Crystal. I just put a lot of lemon in my sweet iced tea. Helps raise the vibration. Especially all these whack energies we're going through as a collective species. It's too much to bear. Okay, we gotta protect our energy during this hard time, difficult times. I'm just feeling it. It's so heavy. I want to cry just thinking about it. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to ground myself, remain grounded and centered, but there's just so much pain in this world. You see it going to the grocery store. You feel it. You sense the anxiety, and you can smell it off people. You can see the fear in their eyes, and I just can't wait till we all just elevate as a collective and just move on from these heavy darkness of energy. It definitely feels like a spiritual battle for sure. Okay, so earth sign, I'm already connecting with that heavy, dense, dark energy within. I'm earth sun, so that's like kind of what I draw to and what I'm back to basics, like resonated to grounding energies, heavy stones like this, things that remind me to be grounded. All right, actually, I think I'm wearing this too, Smoky Quartz. It's a different kind, a bit of a lighter format. Yes, and there's a darker format. So, absolutely can connect with this now. You've healed and overcome. You've healed and overcome through so much. And I want you to know that the worst is over. Not to be hard on yourself, but also to remember that this is who you are. You've been through pain. It's clear. But you are the #1 healer as the earth sign. You have the wildlife, the plants, the nature. You have everything that's just so beautiful and abundant in healing. All the greenery grows on you. If you just see yourself as the earth for a moment and just see that you have the water, you have the air, you own the fire, you own the earth, you own the land. You're the king and the queen of this place. And everyone always comes back to you. Fire cannot survive without you. Air cannot live without you. Water has nowhere to be without you, earth. Everyone relies and depends on you, earth sign. Dear earth sign. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention water sign is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Earth sign is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So my deepest, sincerest, most apologies. You, dear earth, are just pure love, but no one can see that love. Just like no one can see the core of the earth, the heart center. And I think you are just sometimes worn out, so tired of life, so tired of just the heavy denseness. I feel it. This Lover's card is coming up to tell you that you are love. People flock to you, people flood to you, people look up to you. They may not like what you say, but people depend and rely on it. Deep down inside, you know the truth and you know the answers. Maybe you're able to tap in and connect more than other signs, okay? So connect with that part of you. Love that part of you. Don't hate it because someone else hates you for being right? You're not always right, but don't hate yourself because someone hated you for something you said that deep down inside they know was right. You hurt their feelings. You tapped into their deepest flaw and insecurity. Earth signs have a tendency to do that, to kind of expose the fakeness and show the reality of how things really are. The genuine authenticity of people shines through with your presence near them. So tap into your inner authentic being. You may want to work with Smokey Quartz, especially around tough people, and especially at your job. You'll be working with people who are rude and sassy to you, Karens all day, left and right. You want to have this grounding energy near you in a form of a necklace or whatever works best. If you don't want to be all like flashy or whatever. Because earth signs usually are not. They could care less about material things like that because they are material, right? Like, I mean, earth signs don't gotta show their wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they're more used to like neutral colors, like grounding browns, yellows, oranges, like the boring stuff that other signs are not interested in, right? Other signs are all, let me wear this watch and drive this BMW. Okay, my point is, you know who you are, earth sign. You know who you are more than anyone, okay? So I want you to connect with that. You may not even love who you are, and that's okay. We can't love other people when we don't love ourselves, but that's because sometimes when we know too much, we go crazy. And when we go crazy, we just get so mad at the world. We have this chip on our shoulder and it can't come off. No one can chip it off but ourselves. But you feel the heaviness because everyone rely on you. Everyone is there, right? And you don't have the energy or the time to give to those people. So you just kind of sit there in stillness and nothingness, and eventually people shy away from your life because they get bored of you, and that's okay. But they don't realize that You're basically the foundation. You're the ground they step on, right? Again, you cannot find air in space. You can't find fire in space. You can't find water in space. You need the earth. Does that make sense? So I know this may not make sense for some. It's deeply spiritual. My messages have gotten extremely spiritual as of late. Hope I don't sound like I'm too far out there, but my point being is that you don't have to give your time and energy, just like I said with the water sign reading, to those people who not appreciative of your time, just want to step on you like they're stepping on the earth, right? You know who is worthy of your energy, your loving, healing. It's a soft, subtle energy. People may not even know you're contributing to the help in a situation, whether they look to you for something. But you're just there. You're always there, and you're the overall core, heart, love, energy. Even though you may not show it, you still are. So don't hate yourself for that. Don't hate yourself for who you are. It's okay that you're different. It's okay that you're the weird of the group, the black sheep, the ugly one, Baba Black Sheep. You know what I'm talking about? Like that fairy tale, right? It's okay. You don't got to be Rapunzel with her long, big booty behind hair, right? Like, you don't got to be the pretty one, the popular girl in the clique or at the club, right? Like, it's okay. It's okay. But don't be a volcano now and channel your inner fire, because, that can be dangerous. You cause damage and destruction, right? Because that's what the earth can do sometimes. Or wither up a storm, right? Or cause a horrible thunderstorm. Well, my point is, you know your power. You know you have the power to create these things like storms, like volcanoes, like earthquakes. Again, spiritual meaning, obviously, duh. My point is, you can also channel love, though. What comes after a volcano? Plants, right? Wildlife. What comes after a storm? Plants, wildlife, right? You're always rejuvenating. Sometimes you have to get rid of those around you to rejuvenate. Does that make sense? Don't be hard on yourself. Don't hate yourself because you cause destruction. That's who you are. That's a part of who you are, I should say. We're all capable. Maybe it feels like you ruined someone's life today. That storm was meant to happen for a reason. Trust in the divine reason. You're doing the best you can here. And I'm not going to lie, I do see that some of you did maybe cause some major damage in someone's life. I'm just going to be brutally honest with you, okay? We don't have time to give shortcuts verbally. Like, I'm just going to be real with you and raw. You hurt someone. Mostly emotionally, obviously. You really did do a number on someone, okay? And maybe you feel like you didn't channel your power that wisely. But you know what? Today is another day. You can improve with time, okay? If you need to talk to someone, go ahead. The Death card is really trying to tell me, though, that yeah, sometimes destruction needs to happen. You needed to wake something up in someone, to realize something in themselves. That's your job. That's all you had to do. You did the right thing. You're not an enemy. You're not a villain. You're not the bad guy or girl. Okay? I don't want you to pity party and play the victim here anymore. I want you to stand up and say, yeah, I did that thing, and so what you gonna do about it? Right? That's how you empower yourself. Again, you're not the bad guy. You're not playing tough. You're not being macho. No, like, you are saying, okay, and so what? I did that thing, and what you gonna do about it? What are you really gonna do about it? Nothing, because there's no one anyone can do about anything anyone ever said or did to anyone. Nothing can be done. It was already done. It's too late to turn back the time. You can't turn back the hands of the clock, can you? The hours from the hourglass of time. No, that's not how it works. You know that. It was meant to happen. It happened. It's too late to turn back now. Now you know yourself more, because now you see that dark side of you, which we all have. The earth reminds us of that dark side of ourselves. It's all about how we choose to channel our energy. We can channel hate or love. It's all how you decide to choose. All right? But awareness is key to understand, yes, you have this good and you have this bad within. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Just like you can tell someone, what are you going to do about it? You tell yourself, what am I going to do about it? All right? Does that make sense? One more card. Some of you are just honestly not willing to accept the help. Look, they're by the tree, right? The earth. They want to heal and nurture, but they're not willing to accept help from other people. Maybe you need to talk to your water sign friend. I'm just saying, maybe it's time to reach out to him or her and say, look, Pisces, or whatever sign that's water, I need your help, girl. Girlfriend, okay, I need your help, girl. Let's go talk about it. Let's go get a Frappuccino Latte Chocolate Express, or whatever they call those $10 coffees nowadays. $100 now with inflation. My point is, go talk to your friend, okay? Sit this one out. You need a steam, vent, before you really erupt. Just like the volcano needs a steam and vent so that doesn't happen and cause destruction and chaos. We need to sit this one out, just like a boxing match. You need to sit this one out. You cannot keep fighting with this kind of vibration in your alignment, okay? You need to really take it easy here and take care of your needs. Oh boy, it's just like you've been hit over and over again, and you just keep trying to get up, and you just keep getting let down by people, and it's definitely that time for that break. All right. That's how you're going to accept the message. Accept help. You can't accept help until you take that breather. You can't do it in the heat of the moment. All right. I hope this helped get the message across. I know it was heavy, but I needed to say what I needed to say. Air sign is next. Air sign, if you picked Azurite, the air sign. All right, let's see the message for you. So, I think could be money is a big focus in your life right now. Maybe you've peaked financially, and now things are starting to turn. They're going to turn for the better or for the worse. Depends how you channel your energy. If you think things are going to get worse, they only will. I mean, right? We can be in that mode and say, you know what? Even though what's happening is happening, it's not happening necessarily to me. It's kind of happening for me, to my benefit and advantage. All right, air sign, that's so important to remind yourself. When you're feeling this instability, just because you cannot outreach to the same people you used to doesn't mean you won't be able to help new people. You've overhelped those past people. They've taken advantage of you. They have asked you time and time again for different things, and you just need to realize now it's time to help out new people. I can no longer go back in my past and still pay that car bill for that person, still buy them lunch, still, feed them, clothe them, shelter them, because they don't have a place to stay, because they chose to live their life so arrogantly and proudly that they didn't realize how much they were spending, and now I'm responsible for their burden. No. Now is the time to help new people who actually need help. Whether you want to go to the local food drive or you just want to talk to a friend you haven't spoken to in 4 years. Help. Help is on the way, and that's thanks to you. You are being called and asked to be there for someone. Now is not the time to focus on the self. How much am I making? How bad is my situation financially? Even the little nitty-gritty things like, oh, my wardrobe sucks and I need new clothes and I just spend money to buy new clothes, right? No, now's the time to just give. Now's the time to outreach, be the helping hand. People are counting on you. People are relying on you. You've saved up quite a bundle. Don't act like you haven't. You have money to give. You are able to help someone, even if it's $1. Okay? So, who is that really needs your help today? You can go do that thing. And it's not about, oh, what gives comes back to me. Don't even put that in mind, because even that, when people do that, it's like you might as well not even donate. Okay, like, you're going to give or not, right? Like, you might as well not even bother. Okay? Because haven't we had enough of this selfish greed in this world? Do we really need more? 95% of the world doesn't have it. So why should you? What makes you so special? Do you know what I mean? Give out of love. Don't give because I'm going to get something back. Oh, it's all about me and I'm going to get my reward in abundance. All right. Let's see how far that takes you. Give from your heart. I gotta say, and yes, it's true, naturally when you do give, you do get in return, but let's not make that the main focus, please. Let's just, can we not, like, no. You're at your peak now, so enjoy it while you can. I certainly hope you saved up all you can, because you're gonna need to help people. I feel like a lot of people are gonna count on you when things turn. Balance, give in harmony. It's energy, so when you're giving, maybe that's the only thing you can do right now. Maybe the only thing you have in your life is money. Honestly, maybe the only thing you have in your life is money. That's okay. You're able to give and outreach. At least you can do something for someone. Now, if you're like, okay, you know, I'm dead broke, laugh out loud, like this message doesn't resonate with me, guess what resonates? You can still help in some way. It doesn't have to be financial. Okay? You can still be there for others. Azurite, I mean, gosh, what a beautiful stone. I don't know how I can connect with this reading, but maybe try it out. Try and see what you get out of Azurite. It's a mixed bag for sure. This message in general is cluttered, but so is the air sign energy, right? It's confusing, it's not stable, it's this way one day, this way another day. That's the beauty of it, right? We're all different. We can all appreciate and admire the difference in everyone and everything. Just like you can do with others, all right? Balance is key. Don't give too many of your resources. You're still going to need some to have some stability on your back. Even if you're rich, honey, let's put it this way. Anyone's capable of losing it all overnight, okay? So don't give it all too soon. Don't gamble it away. Be wise, okay? But yeah, the era of selfish greed is over. Like, that's everything happening now for a reason. So that era can be over, right? No one person will be the owner of it all. Does that make sense? And that's because we've just changed. We've changed as a collective, and all we have to do is accept it, like literally. Something about the hat drew me in, though, all of a sudden. The hat he's wearing. It reminds me of the root chakra because of the color. So crown to root, maybe a whole realignment of your energy. Look, red hat here as well. The foundation is in the head. It's in the mind, how we think, how we view the world, and the inhabitants in it. So when that's stable, you're stable, you make more stable decisions. So think on that aspect of things, right? And no matter what happens, no matter how the wheel of fortune turns in your life, to your favor or not, regardless, you'll have that grounded approach to helping out. The pentacles also reminding the earth, so grounding. Air wants to be grounded now, but still has to do stuff, so you can't be grounded. It's like maybe you want to take a step back, but you can't because you need to work to make money and pay the bills, blah, 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 blah. So it can be difficult for you for this time to remain grounded because you have no choice. That's where I say do something that kind of distracts you from that mindset. So if you think you're going to go broke, give $1. That switches the programming in your mind to focus on not lack. Okay? You're tricking your mind. You're tricking your mind here. Okay? So if you're worried about money, you trick your mind. And that gives you a better outcome. And I've seen the results of how that miracle can occur. I mean, it's very possible. Science may not be able to explain it, allegedly, but the spiritual realm of things certainly can. What can I say, air sign? There's a lot of you air signs going through the same thing. The confusion of the collective. None of you know what you're doing right now, and that's all right. It's just an energy that you have to channel and use to your advantage. Not in a selfish way, in a way where you can fulfill your overall meaning. Maybe you don't really sit around and question the meaning of life too deeply or heavily. That's fine, but we all want to feel value and meaning of something, right? 10 and then 20. That's funny, that shows up. The 10th card in tarot and the 20th card. This is a long-term thing. A decade-long thing. This could indicate the next decade is even going to be filled with this type of self-questioning. When you're still, you have the time to reflect upon your life. So use that time wisely, but don't get caught and trapped and carried away with those thoughts, because then they can really bring you down. And we all know there's no bringing down an air sign, but yeah, they can be brought down because we're all naturally living the human experience. But just don't weigh yourself down by these thoughts. Don't burden yourself. Don't try to become the earth sign, right? Like, just be who you are and flow with it. Life is still a playful, flowful experience, right? Thank you. And if you pick the fourth one, fire sign, Carnelian, what's the message today for you? Fire sign. I don't know what this is telling me. To be honest. I need to reflect on it for a moment, actually. Well, I'll just start, and however it flows, it flows. This is confusing. This could indicate that you don't really know either. You don't really know, or really not asking much about anything in life right now. You're not looking back in the past anymore. You're not questioning what once happened with this person, what once happened to me. You're just letting things go. And that's a healthy sign that, yeah, we don't really need to say much of anything right now, actually, about anything. We can just be, we can exist in this nothing unknownness, right? I can just basically sit here in silence for the rest of this video because there's really nothing else to say. I mean, shoot. Good for you, right? Like, you've attained your form of nirvana, I would say, where you just kind of, even if you're going through a hard, difficult time, you just, in that moment where you could care less, maybe, when you get so burned out and frustrated, you kind of go back to that grounding energy. Carnelian's a very grounding stone. Maybe you want to work with something like fire agate as well. Okay, that suddenly called to me. My point is that there's no point here. There's nothing for me to say. I can just end it here. Honestly, guys, like, I'm not even kidding with you. Like, the message is over. That's what I feel. There's nothing more for me to say. I've said what I've said. Maybe you've already connected more with another of my Pika readings on this video. This is telling me overall that you're just doing your thing. You're just doing your thing, and there's nothing else to say. Okay. You're not even like really seeking universe or God or source, creation for answers, because there's nothing to seek. When you just live in the moment presently, you don't really care. Like, there's nothingness. There's no looking back. There's no turning back away. There's no need to shy away from someone. There's no need to just change anything about your life. You are knowing that you're the eternal flame of change. And you're doing what you're doing, and no one can stop it. Like, no one can stop a forest fire that runs wild for thousands of acres. Yeah, you know who you are, and that power you hold is potent. I don't want to say dangerous, because that would come across weird, but can be. There's no messing with you. You're unstoppable force, all right? Whoever's watching this, I feel like, is like someone that really is just knowing their power, but they don't need to brag or boast about it. You know the ability of the fire signs, so you channel it wisely, without trying, without effort, without fighting. There's no prevailing when there's nothing to prevail over. Because when you know who you are, you know there's no winning. No one wins at the end of the day. We all leave this earth. I mean, you could own nations and nations. You're gonna leave this earth eventually, and then you'll own nothing. And you'll go back to source, and you'll just be. So that's the biggest joke of all, right? We try so hard to win, to fight, to make millions and billions of dollars, which is worthless anyway. And nothing has meaning. Nothing that is not lastable is nothing, right? Like, nothing that doesn't last is nothing. What am I trying to say? You know what's eternal. Peace, love, light. Nothing else is eternal. Nothing else can win. Nothing else can combat that energy. So you could own the world, but if you're gone tomorrow, what do you have inside? That's what counts. And I think you know this. So no matter what your situation you're going through, you know your worth, because you know what's inside. And when you know what's inside, nothing else matters. And you don't even bother or try or put energy or effort. You just keep doing your daily thing, because you know you're supposed to be here to do that daily thing, and then you go. And then when you go, it's like it almost didn't even matter to begin with. It was just like irrelevant. It was just like a video game, right? Like, it just, you got what you needed to get out of it, and you left, and bye-bye. Like, you're at peace, right? Like, that's all that really matters. So yeah, you're not in that try-hard mode. You're just kind of giving in and letting go, detaching, maybe just not even reflecting. You're just being, and that's the beautiful part about it. And you should continue to channel this energy. Not to the point where you have no energy to do anything like your job, but to the point where you realize that you don't have to give an unhealthy amount of energy to the things that don't matter, the things that are irrelevant, the things that don't contribute or count toward your highest self, to your well-being of your life. That's the message I'm getting across, fire sign. Thank you so much for listening, poopsies. I hope you enjoyed your messages for water, aquamarine, smoky quartz, earth, azurite, air, and carnelian fire. I will see you in the next video. Channel these energies wisely and use your own intuition, divine guided wisdom to get you the message you're looking for overall. Hope this helped you. Take care. And again, my website, TonyBomboni.com, if you'd like to book your own services like tarot reading from me. Bye-bye now.